Okay, so this next step is actually taking the things that you've captured and put them down on your list. Now, whether you do handwriting or typing, I'm doing typing so I can do a screen flow of this. I actually prefer to do this by hand. I'm becoming less of an advocate of software in this area. I think there's something that happens when we write. So, but I'm illustrating this. I have a cruise, Next Steps with Joanna. She's putting together a cruise for personal development and life coaching. And it's taking over a cruise ship. There's a lot of components to it, so it's going to be a project. And I really chunked it down to cruise next steps, actually defining that. Then making a virtual business card for Veronica, one of my business partners, and doing a video on that at the same time like I'm doing this, so that I can teach other people how to do it. And then a website or a lead capture for Lavoisier, and then making 50 plus calls today. So I got a pretty full day today. And I really haven't captured anything for today in terms of communication and follow-ups, but I would do it right here. But the focus of this particular training is actually to look at project master planning. So I'm going to just take this cruise because the next steps are pretty simple to outline. Now, once I've captured it, it's out of my brain, it's off my mind, it's on my list, and I always review the previous day before I start my day, and I figure out all the projects and things I need to chunk up. So project master plan is attached. And so just saying, you know, the next steps in the cruise, I want to make this an exciting action plan. Okay, so I need to focus on the outcome and make it an exciting outcome. And I've actually thought about this. Planning an event that will change lives on a cruise now. Okay, so there's some planning that has to take place in this event, and that'll change lives. Now, here's the deal with this. If I wrote this out, then I would circle that. I'm not going to be able to do that right now in the screen flow. And then what I would do is I would actually go over and actually define the purpose. Why? Well, it's a massive life changer. Now, you can tell something about my personality. I want to change lives. So that's my why. Sure, I'm going to make some money in this. Sure, the people that are involved in it are going to make some money. But now I want to actually put together a absolute massive action plan for the next steps. This is just to start this. I'm not going to take the whole entire project, like the budget for it and all those things, because I only have a couple components. I have to review a draft from Joanna. I have to actually come up with powerful questions. So I give good input. I have to have some time to do that. I have to have a conference call to prep with Joanna. And then I have to actually get on in a formal conference call with Cruise Connection. Okay, so this is really cool because this is manageable. If I try to draft out the whole project plan, I don't really know what it's going to be. I know that I've got to review the draft that Joanna's putting together. I have to come up with some powerful questions, have input. I have to have a conference call to prep Joanna. Now, here is something that you can do. You can put a duration. I know this is going to take 45 minutes. So I'll put a 45 in there. And a conference call to prep Joanna. I think we can knock that out in 20 minutes if I'm prepared. This will actually take me a half hour to come up with the powerful questions I want to do. And reviewing the draft will take me, I'm a fast reader, so I'm going to say 20 minutes. Okay, so what this does is it tells me that, you know, just a little over 2 hours and I'll be able to do this. So I got to chunk some time, 2 hours to get this done. But there's some dependencies that automatically fall out. I got to review the draft, come up with powerful questions to prep, and then that is in lieu of the conference call. Then I have to have the conference call before I can have the formal conference call. So it's pretty much logically in order that way. So there is a prioritization. There's step 1, there's step 2, there's step 3, and finally there's step 4. Okay? And so really I need a couple hours to chunk this out. Now what this does is it chunks out this big, huge Mondo project called Changing Lives with Cruises. And notice I didn't overwhelm myself and do a 4-hour project plan and all that, because I really don't know. Until I do this, I don't know what my participation level will be. Actually, to be honest, I have to really, really step back. And this is really setting priorities and proactively going after outcomes. I have a purpose. My purpose and my intent is to see massive life changes. Okay? That juices me. I don't know what juices you about what you do. But that juices me, and then what falls out is 4 steps that are very manageable in a 2-hour duration. I might actually surprise myself and actually do this a lot faster and more efficient now that I've chunked it out. Now what I do is, I don't want to be lengthy on this, I go back to my daily capture and I just go here and I put an X there, and guess what? I've got that marked off. Okay, got it marked off. And now I go on, make a virtual business card. So what I would do then is I would go, and I'm not going to take the time to do that, I would go to my my project master plan, and I would add a sheet. I would actually copy this and add a sheet, and I would actually do a project plan for the next thing that's a project. Now on these things, website for Lavoisier, I'm going to actually do this. And as I was just planning, I'm going to do this on a call with him. So I'll just put schedule call and Skype design. So I'm going to use Skype to do that. And I'm going to Skype the design so I can show him exactly how to do it, and I can get his input virtually right there, so I can bang that out in an hour. So I'm going to get that on schedule, and I'm going to actually put next to it 1 hour. Okay? And then what I do is I calendar this stuff. I calendar when I'm going to do the things that I'm going to do. And what is amazing is it gets me completely out of overwhelm, and it gets me completely focused on outcomes. This is just capturing. Now we're going to talk later on the next video on daily master planning, what I do on my daily master plan. My whole entire ritual takes me less than 45 minutes to get everything laid out. I'm taking a little more time because I'm instructing you on this video. It is absolutely off the chart how this works. Remember, I do this by hand now. I'm not a believer in typing the stuff out. There's something when I put these sheets in a binder and I just do it by hand that actually makes a huge difference. But I'm showing you on the screen the thought process around what I do. Thanks.